as you can see, guys, I've got a new toy, so I tested it out, perfectly safe. So when I got a new toy, I like to share it with the class, and like if it helps, we'll do it. So what we're going to do is warm up, do a bit of a standard stretch, make sure we're all warm, and then we're going to do a circuit of stretching, okay? And hopefully some of these activities will benefit you, okay? So let's start off with the hips. This is my hip opening workout to start. So toes out as wide as you can, bending and straightening. Just go for 10 times, okay? So ready, 1, go with your breath, 2, and 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, deepest ones now, 9, and 10. Now feel free to use a yoga block, but basically for tight hamstrings, this is one of my favourite exercises. So when your hamstrings feel wrecked, you put your hand to the floor or the yoga block, bend your knee as much as possible, and try and straighten it, okay? So just going to do 10 of these, okay? So ready, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Go with the other leg. Again, lengthening and straightening. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, now we're going to warm up the hips and the ankles and the lower back. So heels are kind of shoulder width, toes are going slightly out for a nice deep yoga squat. Keep your heels to the floor. If you can only go down this low, that's fantastic. We're trying to sit down as low as you can and then stand. 1, 2. If you need to make your legs a little bit wider, you can. That's more comfortable for you to get your hips in between your legs. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And we're going to go back to the hamstring. If you want to put your same hand down, you can, but opposite hand down, I find it's a very different stretch. So it doesn't matter if your back foot heel is down or toe is up, it doesn't really matter. But straighten the leg now and bend it again. Should be a lot more difficult, okay? Ready, 1, 2, 3, 4, it's okay, I see, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and then go over to the other side. Ready, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And let's warm up the calves. So in your plank position, rock up, down dog. Again, feel free to put your hands on the blocks if that's easier on your shoulders, and just walk your dog out. So you're going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now just sit down and watch me first. I'll give you 2 variations. First variation will be on your knees, circles like this. That's the first variation. If you want to make it more difficult, you go into the down dog, leg goes up, knee is here, circle from here, and you kind of move your shoulders back and forth. So there's a bit of a core and shoulder workout as well. So pick the one you want to do. Again, this will still warm up your hip. The standing one will obviously warm your hip up a lot more, okay? So we're going to go 10 in one direction and 10 in the other direction, okay? Ready, and go for it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Change direction. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Just bring your arms up in a bit of a shape, doing that down dog position before we go back to it. And stretch them out. And then coming back into it, other side, lifting up, bending the knees, circling into it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Change direction. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Come to the floor. Now this sequence I've done many times before, but for example Jess and Emmy might not have done it with me before, and again as martial artists our outer hips get very tight, so this sequence now we're a bit warm and the weather's getting warm as well, we can do these longer floor stretches, okay? So it's a long routine. If your hips cramp up, just come out of it for a second, but I find for giving the hips some TLC, this is the best one. So shoulders, so feet slightly wide of the shoulders, keep your chest facing me, and just walk the knees side to side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now, I'm going to one side, and this is called the 90-90. If you feel yourself falling towards your hip, I want you to sit on a pad or a block, okay? You need to be able to sit up and put your 2 hands either side of your foot. If you can't do that, just put something under your hip and it'll make it easier, okay? So what we're going to do is we're going to fold over the hip until we feel discomfort and then push into our hands, so like a push-up. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now we're going to push that knee into the floor for 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then put your hand over the knee and try and lift the knee off the floor, pushing against your hand. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now you might feel that you feel a bit more open and you can put your hands forward. Don't worry if you can't, just put them where you need to. Okay? And again, push down into the floor. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Push your hand down and lift it up. 4, 5. And then see if you go a little bit lower and put your elbows to the floor, maybe, and push into the floor one more time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then you probably don't have to put your hand over, but try and lift the knee off the floor. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then we're going to chill out wherever you are. You've got some yoga blocks. You can rest on the yoga block, but just chilling out for 5 breaths. Okay, come up into your hands again. Now, looking forward this way, we're going to try and lift this back leg up and hold it up there for 5 seconds, okay? So, lift the leg, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then come up, walk the hands back. If you're going to stretch here at the top of the leg, deep breath. Bring the hands back forward, and lift the leg up a little bit higher this time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Walk the hands back. Maybe you come down onto your elbows a bit further. 2 deep breaths this time. If you feel pain in your lower back, don't do it. And last time, look forward. Lift that back leg as high as you can. For 10 this time. 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now, swivel your chest forward to me. And the important thing is this leg, the leg we were stretching towards, stays still. This knee now is going to try and lift up. Now that might be as far as you can lift up. It's going to try and lift up as high as you can. Okay, 10 times. Ready? 1. Little hold at the top and back down. 2. 3. 4. 6. 7, 8, 9, 10. And move over to the other side. So again, position yourself. You might be more flexible or less flexible on one side. So again, just put whatever you need to under your hips so you can sit up tall. And again, we're going to do 10 sort of push-ups over our front leg. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's it, Dan. Help him stretch.
Yeah, it's good.
It's good stretching, yeah?
That's a good one on my shoulder.
8, 9, and 10. And again, we're going to push the knee. Try and push the knee through the floor. Ready? Pushing through. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Put your hand over your knee. Try and lift your knee off the floor. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now don't worry if your hands stay where they are. If you feel a little bit more open, take your hands a bit further forward. Push your knee into the floor. 5, and lifting your knee off the floor, pushing against your hand. Go down to the forearms. Push down. Try and push into your hand. And then again, just stretch it. You want to rest your head on something like a block or a pad, or your hands, go for it. Just to relax. Okay, now we're going to put our hands either side, and we're going to lift the back leg up and hold it for 5. 1, 5, put it down, start to walk the hands back. Feel it, very unique stretch at the top of your hip here, but as I said, deep breath in. Come forward again. Lift the back leg up for 5. 5, and release. This time walk your hands back a little bit further. Maybe you come down on your forearms, but don't force it. 2 deep breaths. And then last one, lift your leg up this time for 10, lifting up. Cool. And then turn your chest towards me. Keeping this leg pinned to the floor, try and lift this leg up as much as you can. 1, 3. I'll tell you why I want to do the stretch today, because I want to say I've been doing this stretch for a year or so now, and when I first did it I couldn't roll onto my foot, but now I can. So it just shows that there is progress from repetition. So you do a stretch, a couple of different stretches, and you come back to it, and it's there. Okay, Cool, guys. So what we're going to do now is we're going to do what I would call some rehab stretching. So you might not have all this equipment in the house, but again, with this machine, it's very easy. So let's say you turn up to a class early and want to stretch out in it, totally fine by me. As long as you're safe with it, you don't fall on your head, I'm fine with it, okay? So it's basically an inversion machine, and being upside down can feel disorientating and uncomfortable, but it's very good for spinal decompression, okay? So we're going to do a bunch of different spinal decompression activities. It's just going to take a little time to set them all up and explain them, okay? So, if someone can stand next to the rollers, okay, and if someone can stand next to the chin-up bar, and someone can stand next to the bench, and then we need 2 more bits. Okay, alright, let's have a look. So, feeling further blocks. So apologies if this takes a bit of time to explain. I'll do the inversion machine last. So basically I've got 2 levels here. The spiky one is obviously going to be harder on the back. This is the softer one. Okay, so basically all you do is just roll out the spine on the back and forth, and you find places like, oh, that feels nice. You're sitting there, you tip your head. Maybe the dog attack you. It's so good, dog. Why have you got to start now? Off you get. Come on now. Right. Okay. So that's that. Oh, you need some. Okay, no, I'll go ahead now. Sorry, I'm just going to do it. Oh, this thing. This thing, my brother got. Okay. So this thing, often at the top of your spine here, you get a knot. So you find the spot here, you kind of needle away at it. And there's little different things, but you find right there between the shoulder blade and your collarbone, that's where all the tension lives. That's going to find it there. Now here, you don't have to put all your weight into it. So if I have my feet on the floor, I'm slow compressing. Okay, so if you're like, I can't hold on, just put 1 foot forward, 2 feet forward. Yeah? If you can suspend all your weight, fantastic. Okay, just hanging for a minute a day is supposed to be very good for spinal decompression. Now this one's more of a shoulder opener, which is really good. So from here, go back and forward. It's easy, bring them in, tight down. Okay? Now this one's for the hamstrings. See if you can throw it away then, but you get the weight, and as well as your spine, builds up strength in your hamstrings. So you let it go as far as you can, you hold it for a breath, and you slowly roll it. And we've got little weights and bigger weights for different people. This one here is a very nice exercise. We do a bridge all the time, but this is a supported bridge. So you can use 1 block or 2, or there's more blocks there, and you have it to the side of you, you go into your bridge, down you get off, and you put it underneath your sacrum, okay? And you also let your legs fall out like this, and this is good for your hip flexors, okay? Let me show you the device, because I'll do it first, okay? So just turn the camera here so you can see me. So where's the timer? I'm going to go now. If you don't want to do the device, all you do is go up to a wall and put your feet up and you can be there. So, let me explain. It's very safe. Steve and I tested it out, didn't we, Steve? It's perfectly fine. So, you put your feet in here, in between the rollers, yeah? These actually control you, okay? So as I'm going back, see, I can control how far I go back. So if you only want to go back this far, you'll be like, whoa, that's too much for me. I'm controlling it with my hands. And if you go all the way back, like so, you just hang out, okay? And then when you want to come up, just pull yourself up like this. And if you want help, I'll come and help you, okay? If you don't want to do it, it's fine, but it is a bit of fun. We're going to do about a minute on each activity. Is everyone cool? And then we'll rotate round, okay? Right, let's have a go. Ready and begin. Yeah, Dan, trying to attack my legs now, I'm upside down. Okay, and rotate round to your left. Just put your feet. So, that's it. And use those to slowly go back. So put your head back on it. That's it. And then, yeah, so you can take control of your hands, and towards the end you just let your head fall, let your arm fall. There you go. Cool. Alright, and begin. You my friend? Been very good this class, apart from one incident. Just making a noise. So I've just started running again, and my hamstring is very beaten up, so this is very good for the hamstring as well. So if your hamstrings are beaten up, hamstring. Steve, the one I do for you is on the side of your leg here, what's called your IT band. Alright, but don't use the knobbly one, because it will absolutely kill. But that one is something that I didn't even know could get tight before I had it rolled out on me. That's good. 10 more seconds. And ready, switch. Slowly it now. There you go. Good. Okay. So just hang out there, bend your legs as much as you want, put your weight in your hands, okay? When it gets too much, just shake it off and start again, okay? Okay there, Rob? Okay. Again, it's quite self-explanatory. It just feels a bit scary first time you do it, but it's perfectly safe. Danny's a bit unsure of it. Dan, you can have a go after. Upside down dog. She knows who she wants to play with. She's like, I'm going to take you to the person who looks the most relaxed. give them a hard time. That's it. How's that feel, Rob? Feel good? Yeah? Do you know who gave me that food?
Who's that?
Paul Jeffries.
Amazing.
I know. He was like, do you want this? I was like, yeah, all my life. I wanted that. And then it was like a month before I could test it out. I was like, oh, it'd be great for students. But in the main class now, we're going to use it for doing sit-ups on it. So I keep it out now for the main class, and the next class can do sit-ups on it.
Is it good to do sit-ups from that position?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, as long as your back's healthy. I mean, I wouldn't do it if I had a bad back. But again, it's like, who did it with that, Jackie Chan?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's like,
and
it's in the Rocky thing, right?
yeah, but also no retreat, no surrender. He's got that board and he's slamming his back on it. Always remember that. And go.
shake the tie like I do.
10 more seconds. Good. And switch. So on your side, Steve, go on your side there, roll back and forward. That's it. Yeah, that's the IT band. Everybody knew that existed until the woman beat it up. And I went 1 year, 2018, after the Masters climb. I was in agony. And then a year later, I started doing it myself. I feel the thing. So it's one of those muscles that you've got until someone beats it up and you're like, ow. And switch. Yeah, I was doing that. That's my best friend, yeah. She's totally left me alone. The majority of the class was in shock there. Usually, I'm on a radar straight away. Last one, changing over. I'll help you out now. Sorry. Yeah, I can get it's few first you as soon as you're in there, you just like, feel so natural. And just like such a nice thing. Hey, now start to back, Richard. That's the spirit. Yeah, no one here for a number, she's attacking me. Okay. And come up. It's okay, Jen. I'm going to come save you now. Alright. Okay. New experience? Yeah. There you go. No worries. Okay. So, like I say, guys, I was going to do some conditioning, but I didn't know how long that would take, so we haven't really got time to go into some deep conditioning. So, because there's not many of us, find a space by a wall. We couldn't do this the other day because there's too many people. So, 2 people over here. That's it. 3 people here. Andrew, if you just move over a little bit. That's it. 2 here. Rob, if you come up to this one here, I'll move the ropes. I'm going to use these in the next class. Always use the battle ropes. Right. And we'll just chill out on the wall. Okay. So, get close to your wall. Put your hips next to your wall. And legs up the wall. Now all we're going to do from here is point and flex our feet. It's a great way to floss out our calf muscles. Really point the legs out. As you flex them, try and push the backs of your legs against the wall. Now from here, you're going to let your legs drop out into straddle as far as they go, and then using your adductors, you're going to bring your legs together. You can go quickly or slowly, it doesn't matter. Each time they fall out, think about letting them go a little bit wider. And the nice thing about these walls are, they have these convenient lines on them, so you can kind of measure, you know, is my foot going further or not? Danny will cheer you on. Keep going, guys. Okay, and then let the legs stay there at their maximum. And just chill out here at your maximum. Again, this is a stretch, like hanging, like being inverted. If you could just lie for 1 minute against the wall in your house and let gravity do its work, this is the safest and most relaxing way to practice your straddle stretch. Any discomfort you have, try and breathe into those muscles that are tight. Now from here, we're going to bring the feet together, butterfly stretch. I'm always fascinated by the different names this stretch has. So some people call it tailor's pose, and some people call it cobbler's pose. But I've always known it as butterfly stretch. So. And on here as well, you can push your knees away from you. I find that very, very beneficial, but whatever you want to do. Calm down, Dan. You bothered everyone but me today. Feel almost left out. If you didn't do it every other week, I'd feel jealous. Okay, slowly come out of it. That's it. So hopefully you guys feel nice and relaxed. What we're going to do from here is we're going to just sit down in your cross-leg position, and we're just going to take our palms out to the side, and for every breath in and out we're just going to reach one hand as far as it will go, open up the side of the hips, and reach the other side, and then if you want to make it more intense, bring the arm over and switch. This time I'm going to put the hand behind my head and look up towards my elbow, and this is always a very nice side opener. Maybe you can get your forearm down to the floor, but don't let your buttocks lose connection with the floor in order to do it. Okay, and then come the other way. Reach, hand behind the head, and go to the floor. And then we're going to twist over one shoulder. Twist over the other shoulder. And just before we finish, a quick little tip on how to sit. You bring one foot in, so it's in line with your middle, and then with the other foot, you kind of place it on the gap. It's kind of hard to describe, but here there's a little gap where a foot can go, so the ankle rests on the foot in here, and just sitting like this. Okay, and then when you stretch forward, for those of you with tight hips, that's really good. And then you switch, bring the other foot to the middle, place the other foot in the gap, so the ankle rests on top of the heel, and you either stay there or stretch forward. And come up, guys. And there you go. That's the full 40 minutes. Well done, everyone.